That was the Amidah class.
Great. What is that? That's the loud.
Through time. That's right. Okay, and you start the IAN. But if I don't, if I stop.
Thank you for all the beautiful for each of them. Whatever you want. I will not then be like what MJ meant to say. Yep. We will just, I will be following you. I will be following you for the, yeah. No, it's good, but let's. Right, so it's not like following the I think this is a beautiful thing. When it's in Armando, you may not have right? And it's here. So it means I'm going to look to you and like pay attention to how your energy is and how your energy is right? Like you're like, I'm done.
Shabbat Shalom. I'm going to invite you, if you're feeling courageous, and even if you're not, to come a little closer. Come on. Shabbat Shalom to our Zoom friends and to our YouTube friends. I want to invite you to please introduce yourselves in the chat. And if we're in person, we can wave to you. Nope.
We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there, we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will. This is a song for this particular Pesach. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there, we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will again. We are going, get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there, we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there, we know we will. We are going, heaven knows where we are going. We'll know we're there, we will get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will. It will be hard, we know, and the road will be muddy and rough, but we'll get there. Heaven knows how we will get there. We know we will.
Shabbat shalom.
Shabbat shalom.
Chag sameach. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hi, everyone. I'm Rabbi Ariel, and I'm so glad to welcome you here to the Shir Tikva Sanctuary. I have brown hair and light skin, and I'm wearing a headband and glasses, and I'm standing here in front of the Torot, 3 beautiful Torot with hand-embroidered coverings, such gorgeous garments. And I'm leading with...
I'm Sophie. I use they, them pronouns. I'm a white queer person with short brown hair and wearing an all-black jumpsuit, which is super comfy, and it looks like it's comfy.
I'm MJ. I use she and her pronouns. I have curly hair and purple glasses, and I'm wearing a white top, and I'm wearing gray paisley pants, and I am holding an Irish bouzouki. That makes me very happy.
I'm just surprised that MJ didn't introduce the bouzouki first.
This is my partner, the bouzouki. We're having a ceremony.
And we're in for so many treats, God willing, tonight. This beautiful harmonies, and we'll also be receiving Torah from Sia Sadr later tonight. Can't wait, Sia. So welcome to each of you who is joining us tonight on Zoom and on live stream, and welcome to each of you here in this sanctuary on unceded Dakota land. Let's take a moment and feel the lines of connection between us, no matter where we are. I want to take a moment and ask, is there anyone here tonight in the sanctuary on 50th Street or in our various digital worlds, our diaspora, who are here at Shir Tikva for the very first time? I'm going to invite you to please raise your hand if you're here for the first time. Welcome.
Welcome.
And I'm also wondering, is there anyone who's returning to the building for the first time after time away? Wow. So I'm going to invite us, for those who are here for the first time and for those of us who are returning, and just because this is our first time being together in this constellation, let us say the blessing on new moments. Shehechianu. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, shehechianu v'kiyemanu v'higianu lazman hazeh. Welcome back. What a joy. Let us not take this moment for granted. So I am glad we're going to do something we have not yet done in our multimodal universe, which is invite the one, the only, Violet Saxton, who is becoming bat mitzvah this weekend, to light candles on behalf of our community. She's on Zoom. So in this very exciting tech world, I'm going to hold my microphone up to my laptop so she can bless us here in this space and also on the Zoom. And I'm going to be offering blessings. So I'm going to invite Michael and Maury, and I'm going to invite Gail and Ruben to join us up here and light the candles from up here. We will receive the blessing from the computer. We're going to receive the blessing from Zoom. Welcome, welcome. Sorry, there is a delay. So I'm competing with myself. So Violet, if you want to unmute and light candles with our community. So Violet, if you want to unmute and light candles.
Wait, I say the blessing, right?
So Violet, if you want to
Baruch atah Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu Baruch atah.
We'll keep improving on that. Amen. Amen. We are learning so much in this time. Good Shabbos. Mazal Tov to Violet. Mazal Tov on your Bar Mitzvah. We cannot wait to celebrate with you and your community and your family tomorrow. So here we are. Good Shabbos. And it is my joy to get to bless you wonders. So, hi. First, to our world travelers. It's happening. So you're about to undertake travel to Spain with amazing comrades, including the one, the only Rabbi Offner. Nesia Tova. So I wish you wisdom and connection, health and joy. And I want to bless you with words by John O'Donohue, which I offered also to your traveling companions 2 weeks ago, Judy and Kathy, who will be with you on this voyage. So when you travel, a new silence goes with you. And if you listen, you will hear what your heart would love to say. May you travel in an awakened way, gathered wisely into your inner ground, that you may not waste the invitations which wait along the way to transform you. May you travel safely, arrive refreshed, and live your time away to its fullest. Return home more enriched and free to balance the gift of days which call you Nesia Tova. Buen viaje. Yes. And it's also my joy to celebrate with Reuben and Gail on your 20th wedding anniversary. So to bless you tonight, I want to borrow from the language of the Sheva Brachot, of the 7 blessings that are traditionally read to a wedding couple under the Chuppah, translated by Rabbi Gray Mirseth. Blessed are you, breath of the universe, who created joy and gladness, lover and beloved, rejoicing, dancing and celebration, love, friendship, peace, and solidarity. May there soon be the sound of joy and happiness in all of our cities and all of our streets, the voices of those we join together in loving covenant, and the voices of lovers who exult from within the shelter of their love and community, and the voices of all who rejoice at tables overflowing with wonder. Blessed are you who brings joy to those who love. So Gail and Reuben, may you too be made strong in your love, deriving joy from each other and refracting that joy and inspiration into community. May you know many more years of connection and growth and learning. May you know ease with each other. May your family experience much simcha and health. You move with so much kindness and integrity and care in the world. As you open to this new decade of love and partnership, God willing, may you be blessed with love, friendship, peace, and solidarity. We are so glad to celebrate you tonight. So let's sing a joyous song. Simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tova, mazel tova, simin tov. Yelanu, 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 ulecho Yisrael, yelanu, yelanu, ulecho Yisrael, yelanu, yelanu, ulecho Yisrael, Mazal Tov, Nesia Tova. And thank you so much for bringing your celebrations into this sanctuary because you lift all of us up. So Mazal Tov. So let's sing, shall we? Lechu neranena, come, let's sing. Lechu neranena is found on page 12 in Mishkan Tefillah, or is number 3 in our digital Siddur.
Lechu neranena, Ladonai, Naria, Letzur Yishenu, Nekadem afanav, Betodah, Bizmirot, Narialo, Lechu neranena, Ladonai, Naria, Litzur Yishenu, Nekadem afanav, Betodah, Bizmirot, Narialo, Ayalai, Ayalai, Ayayo, Ayalai, Ayalai,
We sing a new song, Shiru Ladonai, Shir Chadash, page 13, number 4.
Shir Ladonai, Shir Chadash, Shir Ladonai, Kol Haaretz, Shemo Baseru Miyom Le'yom Yeshuato Shiru L'Adonai Shir Hadash Shiru L'Adonai Kol Haaretz Shiru L'Adonai Baruchu Shemo Baseru Miyom Le'yom Yeshuato.
We turn together to page 17. Romimu, the last paragraph. The last paragraph on the page. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. I've been waiting 2 years to hear that, so we're going to do it one more time. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Romemu Adonai Eloheinu ve'ishtachavu lehakodsho. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. Ki kadosh Adonai Eloheinu romemu. I feel like we're inside of a sponge. Like this whole room has been waiting for 2 years for this. this feeling of voices and bodies and surprise and, oh, do we know how to do this? So hi room, thanks for waiting. And let's just keep offering sweetness. Wherever we are, keep offering that sweetness back into our spaces. Ana B'choach is found in our blue handout, or in the digital Siddur is number 6.
Ana b'choach gedulat yamincha, tatir tzerura, kaberinat, rinat amcha, tzavenu, tareinu, nora. Ana b'choach gedulat yamincha, tatir tzerura, kaberinat, rinat amcha, tzavenu, tareinu, nora. Ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh. Ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh, ay, 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 oh.
I believed in solid ground till I saw the earth in motion, in the wind of steady change, and in the ever-rolling ocean. I believed in solid ground till I saw the earth in motion, in the wind of steady change, and in the ever-rolling ocean. I believed in solid ground till I saw the earth in motion, the wind of steady change, and in the ever-rolling ocean. Ay, 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 ay.
Ay,
Shabbat Shalom, Shir Tikva. Chag Sameach. On this rainy Shabbos, this rainy springtime Chag, let's manifest springtime. Let's be audacious. Let's become spring. Let seed starts bloom from the cracks of our hearts. Let birdsong shimmer in our breathing. Let the sun beam from our eyes. Let's not wait for the weather to catch up. We know it's not October. So as we move into our palace in time, into our sweet Shabbat sanctuary, let's feel the endorphins like we're 12-year-olds wearing shorts on a 40-degree day. Like we've just dipped our toes in lake water to find that it's not bracing cold. Those tight shoulders, let them soften. Let fantastical perennials grow from them. Let their roots displace tension. Let us become spring with our breathing and our song. Let us become spring and bless the gentle fall of dew. On the first day of Pesach, Jewish communities everywhere insert into our prayers a special prayer for dew, Tefilat Tal. And this prayer functions like a toggle on the Jewish calendar, marking the transition from the rainy season to the dry season, and the corresponding change from reciting Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem, you who bring the wind and cause the rains to fall, in the Amidah, to Morid HaTal, you who cause the dew to fall. Rabbi Rachel Barenblatt writes, dew represents blessing, a gift from God. Dew is sustenance which arises as if by magic. Overnight, something mysterious occurs, and when we wake, water gilds the grasses and the fields. Of course, the scientific processes are well understood. It has something to do with temperature and condensation, but let's think of dew as mystery. Dew represents divine grace, omnipresent, mysterious, blessing everyone equally, no matter who we are. Rabbi Rachel Nussbaum wonders, what would it look like to try to be the dew? That is, the consistent, supportive presence of blessing for one another. So on this rainy Shabbos, this rainy springtime Chag, let's manifest springtime. Let's be audacious. Let's become spring. Let us bless as we embody dew, a consistent, supportive presence of blessing for one another. Yeah. That's right. Shabbat Shalom. So we're going to continue with Lecha Dodi. And when we reach the 9th verse, we are going to meet springtime by rising in body and spirit, by bringing our dance party onto the streets of 50th. And wherever you are, I invite you, open your doors, open your windows, open your hearts to Shabbat. Lecha Dodi is page 20.
Kabbalat. Penei Shabbat nekabela lecha dodi likrat kala Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela lo tevoshi velo tikami ma tishtochachi umatemi bach yechesu ani ami venivneta hiratila ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela והיו לי שישה שוסייך ורחקו חומם עלייך יסיס עלייך אלוהייך כמסוס חתן הכלה איי 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 lecha dodi איי 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 לקראת כלה איי 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela yaminu smol tifrotzi vet Adonai taritzi Ayarish ben parzi ben ismecha ben agila ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela boi veshalom ateret ba'ala gam besimcha ובצולה תוך אמוני עם סגולה חלה שבת חלה איי 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 lecha dodi איי 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 לקראת כלה איי 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 Penei Shabbat Penei Shabbat nekabela ay 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 lecha dodi ay 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 likrat kala ay 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 Penei Shabbat nekabela
Shabbat, Pnei Shabbat Nekavela.
Shabbat Shalom. We are going to take the next 4 minutes to greet each other in breakout rooms, greeting each other in space. Please follow each other's cues about how close to get, but let us greet each other with love, just as we greeted the Shabbat bride. Shabbat Shalom. Hello, Chandler.
It's nice to have insert a little predictable joy. So that's why we become regulars. This is the one joyful spot of our week.
I wish for you more. I wish for you so much more joy, and I'm grateful to get to hold this space with you. It is wonderful to get to see you every week.
It is good. And MJ, I wanted to. We so love your music and your singing. It brings us to our feet, and we like that. It raises our hearts. Good.
invite you to rise in body and spirit as we call each other to prayer with Baruch Hu, number 8 in our digital Siddur, page 28. Ya la 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 ya la 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 la. Ya la la ya la la la. We turn to the Shema, page 34, number 9 and 10. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai be seated. Page 36. ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך וכתבתם המזוזות ביתך ובשעריך למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם אני אדוני אלוהיכם אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים להיות לכם לאלוהים אני אדוני אלוהיכם Adonai Elohechem Emet. We continue together, page 40, number 11. As we prepare to pray Hashkivenu, I'm inviting up Aaron Burke, who's right here. I was looking for you.
Shabbat Shalom, Shir Tikva. My name's Aaron. I'm one of the rabbinic interns here at Shir Tikva. I have some glasses on and a beard and a blue sweater. Amidst all of the change of the last several months, one of the true joys of being in this position has been watching how generously and carefully you, the members of Shir Tikva, have shown up in your wisdom and guidance for one another. It's truly been a pleasure to work with everyone who has given a kavanah, a devar Torah, who has offered a poem to ground us, or a song to shift our spirits. Each of you have contributed to creating a Sukkot Shlomecha, a shelter of peace. That is Shir Tikva. Shir Tikva members are the beating heart of our community. You help us lead in prayer. You bolster our spirits by sharing your Torah. So tonight, I'd like to invite you into that work. We have lots of opportunities for you to share your wisdom with our community by giving a kavanah during Friday nights, by teaching about Amidah, or a character trait, during the counting of the Omer Havdalahs, which are on Saturday evenings, or by offering a teaching during Shavuot, which we're going to celebrate in June, early June. I'd love to chat with you about all the ways you can get involved in our ritual and holiday observance this spring, so please be in touch or check out the website after Shabbat ends. In Hashkivenu, we ask the divine to guide us in their good counsel. V'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha. Let's not just heed the divine counsel from the divine. Let us heed holy counsel from one another. We have more wisdom in this room right now than we could ever know. Let this be your invitation to share yours. Shabbat Shalom.
We join together, Hashkivenu, page 42, number 13.
Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa, Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa, Ufros aleinu Sukkot, Sukkot, Shalom Echa.
We sing this song, our relationship with Shabbat. Page 44, number 14.
V'shamru b'nei Yisrael et ha-Shabbat, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם, אותי לעולם. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני, עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת
Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. Ubayom hashvi Shabbat vaynafash. Shabbat vaynafash. Shabbat vaynafash. Veshamru bnei Israel et ha-Shabbat. Lasod et ha-Shabbat ledorotam berit olam. As we open ourselves for time for personal prayer with the Amidah, I want to invite us to share our gratitudes aloud, and I want to name that our Zoom friends are having audio issues. They're really, so we are holding you in your audio issues, and I am grateful for the technology even as it's faulty, and I look forward to us getting linked up again soon. And thank you so much to our Makom Minyan folks for holding that with so much grace, and to everyone virtually who is experiencing that disruption, because I know that that does not help feel like we're in Shabbos. And so we're with you as you navigate this. We are navigating it together. So I'm going to invite us, please, to call out and to share in the chat things we're feeling grateful for, what has inspired a moment of ease or awe or wonder today or this week. Let's call it out all together.
MSW students.
Beautiful music.
So let's breathe in that wonder as we rise in body and spirit for the Amidah, which begins on page 46. Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Agid, Tehilatecha, Adonai, Sifatai Tiftach, Ufi Agid, Tehilatecha. shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru hearts wide open, let us pray for healing. I invite you please to share names in the chat, or as I look around, I invite you please to share names of people you're praying for aloud. We sing you healing. We sing you care. We sing you justice. We sing you prayer. We sing you healing. We sing you care. We sing you justice. We sing you prayer. El Narefana la, El Narefana la, oh, El Narefana la, El Narefana la, oh, El Narefana la, El Narefana la, oh, El Narefana la, El Narefana la. So it's my joy to invite up as a teacher of Torah, Sia Sadr. And please keep adding names of people you're praying for in the chat. Keep holding them close. The gates of prayer are never closed.
So Shabbat Shalom, everyone. So who am I? I'm the lady with the funny hat, apparently. So my beautiful gold crocheted kippah. But I am also this strange creature who somehow managed to be both a professor and a dancer, and even combine the two areas for my PhD, looking at dance in Judaism. So when I was signing up to do the Devar tonight, I looked up the Parsha, and usually the Parsha for the Shabbat of Passover is reading once again the Exodus passage of walking through the Sea of Reeds and then that big dance celebration. And I thought that's just perfect for me. You know, this is definitely the Shabbat where I should do something. Because, you know, that's about joy, and we've had a winter that's kind of dreary, and focusing on joy would be good for a while, especially for Passover, because even Pesach is related to skipping. This would be a good thing to do. And then even better, I was doing some reading, and I found from, of all people, the sometimes uber rational Jewish philosopher Maimonides. He's got this allegory about dance, and I would go, you've got to be kidding. And it's about the woman in Shir HaShirim, the Shulamite woman, and her dance is kind of a favorite because I was able to translate it, and when I realized it was a belly dance, what other translators had a little bit of problem with it. So this is, the Shulamite is doing this dance, and Maimonides says, this is the wedding dance. It is representative of the wedding dance of Israel with God at the receiving of the Torah. It's like these two parties coming together at a wedding dance. They would do this. They'd have one party, then the other coming together in the desert. And they'd have a big wedding dance celebration. And this was what the receiving of the Torah was the wedding dance celebration of Israel with God. I'm going, oh, this is a good one. I'm so glad I signed up with this. Then I talked with Aaron, and he said, Sia, we do not do that parsha for this Shabbat. We're sorry, Sia. Okay, what are we doing? And it's akremot. So, yeah, after somebody's death, it's kind of, the opposite direction. But, well, there's Yom Kippur, that's ritual, that's something. The Parsha starts out with going through Yom Kippur and sending off a little goat into the desert. I like little goats. But, I mean, there's a whole ceremony, there's a whole ritual there. It was interesting. And then there's emphasis on not doing what they do in Egypt, and then there's a long list of do not do's, which apparently is what they did in Egypt, and it's referring to rather lewd and licentious behavior. Basically, how not to treat people, about disrespecting your relationship with other people and disrespecting their bodies. And I know there is that one verse in there that I will say, as a scholar, overly simplistically gets interpreted as an anti-gay verse, and it is not. And if you want to know the historical critical scholarship behind my statement on that, including rabbinic statements otherwise, then please contact me. I had a whole page of exegesis on it, and it was just a little bit too much for this. But in thinking about the whole parsha, I kept going back to that little goat, and it was named Azazel. And I did further research and found out that Azazel was, do you know a jinn? A genie from the desert? Yeah, they weren't happy blue creatures who helped out Aladdin. They were kind of demonic. And they led you astray into lewd and licentious behavior. And it was like, now this parsha makes a little bit more sense. This is kind of referring to sending the bad stuff away. And I was talking about this to a friend, Chris, at, of all places, dance class, of course. And she just said, she blurted out, Putin. I go, yep, Chris, you've got it. You've got it, because, you see, there's Putin, and there's a lot of Azazels in the world, and they do bad stuff. And in Putin's case, unfortunately, we know what is happening in Ukraine. And people following a bad leader and then conducting themselves poorly and treating other people horrendously, and refugees now being taken advantage of and actually sadly trafficked. You know, it's a chain reaction, but it happens here too. It happens when police treat citizens badly, they are going down the path of Azazel. And what politicians care more about their own power than the welfare of their citizens. That is Azazel. When we hear about domestic abuse rising during COVID, a lot of it now unreported, that is the path of Azazel, and now it affects us. I now am dealing with students who are so numb and depressed because of everything that's happened the past few years, and now we're in an seemingly endless winter of bad weather and bad news. There's just too much Azazel. We got to send that little goat into the desert. And yeah. So how do we do that? And I did a little bit more research, and yes, this is from the Jewish Encyclopedia online. Scholars go there too. There's some good stuff there, and it said, honestly, it did say, for a contrast, go to Shir HaShirim, Song of Songs, the Shulamite woman. That was unexpected. Yeah. So the reason why is the Shulamite woman mentions gazelles skipping over the hills, skipping and dancing over the hills, and that's the exact opposite imagery of Azazel being sent off into the desert. The good, the beautiful Azazels skipping and dancing. Well, what does this mean? I think this is going back to Maimonides' allegory for what he is saying is how you get rid of Azazel is do the opposite. And do the opposite and dance. Well, did you expect anything different from me? That was NZ Tanner posted on Facebook today. What gives you joy? And, dance. What do you think, NZ? What do you think I would say? But, this is also an allegory. Dance is that which puts you in a place where you're focusing on the moment through movement. For me, that actually is physical dance. I've been dancing since I've been a little girl. A lot of us started there. Other people just love to run. They just love physical activity because it puts them in that zone and brings that joy into their life. But I was thinking, should I really say this? Because I know some people are physically challenged. And then the response back was sort of Maimonides talking to me and saying, Sia, a different example. I was doing another chaplaincy training at Good Samaritan, and at Good Samaritan, they have people with Huntington's disease. It's a degenerative neurological disease, sort of like ASL. These people are never going to leave the center. They can't move well. They're losing their ability to move, and they wanted me to lead them in a dance class. Okay, I did that, and we sort of got music together. At first, Here Comes the Sun, and then they decided they wanted to move to Psalms. So we put on music, and we sort of figured out what to do. And it was really incredible. These people who were wheelchair-bound, who were physically challenged, would sway in their chairs. They would move their hands, prompted by the words of the Psalms. They would nod their heads, and they would actually start to lift up their feet. It was truly incredible. It was the most beautiful dance I had ever experienced. And afterwards, smiles on their faces. They started opening up to me and talking to me as a chaplain, pouring out their hearts and pouring out joy. And for at least a minute, they were not depressed. They were not bound by their wheelchairs. Okay. So, I want to conclude this by saying, well, it's always good to rest. This is a Shemitah year, and the concept of rest is important. And it's absolutely, for Shabbat, it's good to rest. But as my dancers my challenge dancers showed me, it's always good to engage in physical activity. We are so lucky to have bodies, but to engage in activities that give us real pleasure and help us to be in the moment. It is then we send Azazel away and bring in joy. For this is the receiving of the Torah, and as losing it with the words, as Maimonides reminds us, the Torah, it's always about joy. So Shabbat Shalom, and may you have a joyous rest.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your offering. Thank you so much for your powerful, joyous, transformative Torah. So this is our moment to bless each other, to take just a little time to receive blessing, to offer blessing. And folks on Zoom, you know it's your chance to bless. So I'm going to invite us, no matter where we are, to cuddle close with consent to people around us. Or if you want, just to hold yourself close or hold yourself open. Amalach hagoel oti, Amalach hagoel oti mikol ra, yevarech et hane'arim v'yikarev behem shemi, v'shem avotai, Avraham ve'Yitzchak, ve'yidgul ha'ram, ve'yidgul ha'raf, bekerev haaretz. Yisimchem Elohim kesara, kerivka, kerachel uchelea, kefraim uchemenashe. Yivarechecha Adonai ve'yishmerecha, Yair Adonai panav elecha v'yichuneka, Yisa Adonai panav elecha v'yasem lecha shalom. So I invite you to share in the chat your blessings. Yalalai, yalai, yalalai. Yalalalai, yalalai, yalalai. Yalalai, 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 yalalai. May we be blessed with access. May we find joy in spring and the new beginnings that just might be around the corner. May we be blessed with how the rain grows green, how the rain grows the green and the grain. May we be blessed as we wander in the desert. May we find each other. May we find strength and support in sharing our burdens with each other. May we each journey from narrow places to ones of joy. May we bless each other with access. May we be inspired by the green buds creeping through the soil and upon the trees. May we always be surprised and pleased by someone else's joy. May we find focus and courage. May we see the light through the pain. Ken yehi ratzon. May our highs and lows all bring us closer to what is sacred. May we truly dance that dance we call life with abundance and love. May we bless all the unspoiled cats and dogs and pets. We were holding out for that one. Ken yehi ratzon. Thank you, Kochava. So here we go, folks. We're going to move towards the seal of our service. V'hashevota is found on page 284, number 19 in our digital Siddur. V'hashevota. We can rise if we want to. El levavecha. Ki Adonai. Hu Elohim. V'hashevota. El levavecha. Ki Adonai, Hu Elohim, Ne'emar, V'haya Adonai, Lemelech al kol haaretz, Bayom hahu, Yeh Adonai echad, Ushemo echad. You may be seated. To our Makom Minyan leaders, I'm going to ask if you can start saving our blessings each week, because I know we're not necessarily saving all the chat, but if you can start collecting our blessings from each week's chat, I think we will want to go back to them. They are pretty phenomenal. You're really good blessers. So we have come to Kaddish Yatom for Mourner's Kaddish, and so I'm going to invite us, if we're in mourning or if we're observing a yahrzeit, and you're in the space, you're invited to share stories aloud. So please just raise your hand if you have a story to share. I will read our community's list and then open up for people for yahrzeits or for people who have died in the last 30 days. And if you're on Zoom, please share stories in the chat so we can remember with you. So we're in Shloshim, we're in the first 30 days since the deaths of Brian Berkowitz, cousin of Sheldon, Frances Jaffe, mother of Sharon, Allison Owens, father of Carrie Crowley, Paula Mennett, mother-in-law of Paul Dennis, Jerry Gilchrist, husband of Tony and father of Dan and grandfather of Zev. We observe the yahrzeits for Gerald Alter, Linda Alter Capel's father, Ida Burke, Aaron's grandmother,
my buddy Ida was an amazing artist, and she loved going to diners with us. And I always every time we went to a diner, she would tell the waitress or waiter that she was partial to me, and that was like, that's amazing. It was so sweet. I loved it.
Gay Bloom, Neil's wife, Clara Choder, Anna Hampton's mother, Dorothy Cowan, Bill's mother, Harold Donofsky, Bert's brother, Gerald Ehrlich, Robin's father, Harold Feder, Wendy Henry's father, Louis Fuchsin, Nancy's father, Harriet Goldman, Robert's grandmother, Edward Greenblatt, Cookie Montgomery's father, Molly Jacobs, Julie's grandmother.
Yeah, she was a very small woman. Like, she wasn't very tall. She was married to a man who was 6'3", and I have a memory of standing outside a theater where she and I saw Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid, waiting for my grandfather to come pick us up.
Dolores Kerr, Pat Karasov's mother, Nancy Klein, Zachary Pochinsky's cousin, Mary Kleinman, Ian Schoenwald's grandmother, Alton Krikava, Tova Dominik's grandfather, Shirley Krutz, Barry Epstein's mother, Lawrence Cooler, Ken's father, Flora Leo, Perry's mother, Betty Lublin, Dan Pollock's grandmother, Lee Lytle, Will Drew's grandfather.
My grandfather was a train manager, conductor, I'm not really sure. But he knew about trains young enough where in the Holocaust he actually stole trains from Nazis and had some really good parties with their train cars.
Want to hear more of that? Tom Schattenberg, Anne's father. Sidney Schwartz, Ralph's father. Robert Scher, Steve's father. Marion Svensson, Sven Sungard's grandmother. And Rebecca Tachman, Deborah Godlackson's grandmother. Oh, I'm sorry, Tom.
They do not care to speak, but
okay. Interesting.
William Sawyer Eisenstadt, my father.
Yes.
My mother, Pat Hodney, she was a people person, and she was funny and sassy and very warm and sassy. She would have hated the pandemic. She would have been really mad. And she would have been just so happy to come to this community with me. She was Catholic, but she loved coming here to be able to have a community again.
You described Brian Berkowitz as Sheldon's cousin. Sheldon is my husband. And when we got married, his family just said, well, you're in. And Brian in particular embraced me as his cousin. He was a funny and warm guy. And the last time I saw him was on Zoom or FaceTime, and he couldn't talk. He was pretty immobilized. But every time my husband or I said something a little snarky, he got this big smile on his face. So we knew he was in there.
It's the 2-year yard site for my grandmother, Estelle Kestenbaum, and she died of COVID in 2020. And so I feel like I keep celebrating her. And she was really kind and gentle, and she slept over once a week in my bed. We would sleep together, and she would tell me stories about going to her sleepaway camp, and we would sing the songs together. And she had Alzheimer's for the last 12 or so years of her life. But every time there was music on, she would get up and dance.
It is 6 years, I believe, to the day since we lost Prince, without whom it would have been much more dangerous for me to walk down the streets of Minneapolis in 1986.
Oh, hey, Lil. Okay. So I'm going to invite us, please, to rise in body and spirit for all those who we've named and all those who have no one to say Kaddish for them. Kaddish Tome is on page 294. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah be'almav divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chai echon uvyom echon uv'chayei dechol beit Yisrael ba'agala u'bizman kariv v'imru amen Yehei shmei Rabbah mevorach leolam u'lamei almaya Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei dekudsha brichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen Yehei shlam Rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen Oseh shalom b'imromav Hu ya'aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael ve'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who makes harmony on high bring comfort to all those who mourn and all those who remember. Let us say together, amen. You may be seated. It is my joy to invite up Wow, we have 2 extroverts on the board, both of whom are coming up to give announcements. As Makom Minyan, amazing people are, I'm going to take this moment to say thank you to Gordon for AV Wonder, to Harry and Sam on the Makom Minyan container. Thank you so much for facilitating that sanctuary. To MJ and Sophie for your magnificent leading. This is Sophie's first time leading Kabbalat Shabbat. And first time leading in a room with other people. And thank you so much to Sia for your Torah. Thank you to Aaron Burke for all of the support you are doing to help us prepare each week for Shabbat. Thank you to Lori Sweet for preparing our transcript. Oh, so much. And hello, board members.
Hello. Yeah, we can do this. Hi, everyone. I'm Lily. I use she and they pronouns, and I'm on the board with Dave. And he convinced me that we're going to tag team it today. So we're going to go every other one. So first, thank you all so much for being here. And something that has changed as we've reopened is that we will all be mingling outside rather than in the Oneg hall. So on your way out, just head out the front doors and you can hang around, chat with folks, but we'll do it outside.
Hi, Dave Snyder, he, him, on the board, and Jamie teacher. Please return your Siddurim, your prayer books to the table, and if you feel so moved, take out the little purple sheets, put them on the purple sheet pile, take out the white sheets, put them on the white sheet pile.
And now for a few programmatic updates. Sign up for the Enos on our website.
Please sign up to contribute your Torah to our community during Kabbalat Shabbat or the Omer. Contact, drum roll, rabbinic intern Aaron Burke.
You can also sign up for a rabbinic discernment conversation. There's more information in the e-news.
And finally, on May 12th at 7 p.m., we have a program all about Shiva, a night of Jewish learning and community put on by the Caring Community Committee. Thank you. Shabbat Shalom.
Good Shabbos. Thank you so much, you two. And tomorrow morning at 8:30, we have our final morning of Hallel as we seal Pesach. And at 10:30, we are celebrating Violet Saxton's Bat Mitzvah. Mazal Tov! We're so excited to celebrate with you. And my goodness, she has some powerful Torah. So I hope you all come through on YouTube. You can find the link on our calendar. So here we go. We're going to count the Omer together. Then we are going to bless grape juice and matzah. Yes, matzah. I know we're a community that's holding both. So we're going to go with the least leavened common denominator. But to all of you who are breaking or ending Pesach tonight, Mazal Tov. So we will count the Omer. The blessing for the Omer is found on the white sheet of paper. Please rise in body and spirit.
Shabbat Tov.
Adonai Eloheinu ruach haolam Asher kiddushanu lemitzvotav v'tzivanu al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat haomer al sfirat
Hayom Shiva Yamim LaOmer Shehem Shavua Echad LaOmer. This is the 7th day of the Omer, which makes it one whole week. Malchut Shebechesed, the Shekhinah of Chesed, like the indwelling, full realization of love and kindness, the overflowing love and kindness. Bring it on, Malchut Shebechesed. Here we go. So I'm going to invite us, MJ, would you mind picking up the goblet? Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho be'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh bereshit כי הוא יום תחילה למקראי קודש, זכר יציאת מצרים. כי בנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת, עם כל העמים, ושבת קודשך, באהבה וברצון, הנחלתנו. Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh ha-Shabbat lechaim. And if you don't mind grabbing some matzah. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz b'te'avon. So I'm going to move to those doors. If you want to come say hi to me, I would love to give you a hug and to say hello as we sing our closing nigun. Feel free to stay where you are and sing or head out. Shabbat shalom. What a beautiful night. Shabbat shalom, everyone at home. It's so good to be together.
Yalla
you.